Welcome to Come for Havoc number 2. I'm going to try my best not to make this a long video about that clusterfuck that I watched known as the presidential debate. I have a few salient points that I want to talk about, and I'm really pissed off. See, my family served, and I served. One too many times I've heard our current administration say something bad about a vet. Gold Star family, talking to the Wind Talkers, calling Elizabeth Warren Pocahontas. And then tonight, not just the McCain thing, not just the Gold Star family thing, not just Pocahontas in front of the Wind Talkers. Tonight he attacked a dead soldier, Beau Biden. He also attacked Hunter Biden. And I sit there and I said, you know what, man? Who in your family is serving right now? Who in the hell in your bloodline is serving? It ain't your son. It ain't your son-in-law. Your youngest son is too young to serve. Your two daughters aren't serving. So, I earned these. Even if it didn't complete my tour of duty. Because I got messed up. And Fort Benning dropped the ball. And I had to go home. Because they didn't know that it wasn't my knee. And that this scar right here ended my career. Because I couldn't lay in the prone position, but we couldn't figure out what was wrong, and I didn't want to get a malingering charge, because that could be bad. I was assigned to 3 different platoons. When I re-injured myself, I was in Delta, in which I found a home. But our president hasn't served. His family hasn't served. My mother's got 3 brothers. 2 was in the Navy. 1 was in the Army. Her other 2 brothers, I know the youngest brother didn't serve, but I'm not sure about my Uncle Doc. I don't know if he served or not. But I know for sure that 3 of them did serve. During Vietnam, matter of fact. Now, I got an uncle on my dad's side who also served in Vietnam. I served 5 months. Doesn't make me any less a vet. I had no intention of coming out of the Army. I had no intention of having to have a hip replacement. But I also went in at 37 years old. Because I knew I could do it. The problem was my body wasn't as strong as my brain and my heart. So, who does he have serving? Nobody. Nobody in his bloodline serving. His niece that wrote the book, she's not serving. Her kids aren't serving. No. You can find somebody that's in their bloodline, not just because they have the name Trump, but in their bloodline, who's actually serving, then I'll stand corrected. But until you do, he's got nobody serving. And talking about a dead soldier is the biggest disrespect that you can do to anybody who has served. Anybody. Now, let me break it down for you, because I don't want to be here too long about this crap. 1. I have made videos about this man, time and time again, and I applaud Biden for calling out Trump on his racism. He literally asked the white supremacists to stop, not be mad, be calm. And Trump's response was, whatever it was, you'll find it here on YouTube somewhere. Might be altered by tomorrow, but you'll find it. But he didn't say, I am not a racist. Then they got into the Antifa. I don't even know what the fuck Antifa is. I don't care. Because I'm not part of any of that shit. They basically, every time that, let me see, it was kind of like that episode of Family Guy, whenever the politician made a great point. Mama Griffin, because I can't remember her name right now. What the hell is her damn name? Miss Griffin would always holler, 9/11. Then the politician would come up with some great shit that was like legitly gonna work. 9/11. Then he'd come up with some more great stuff, and she'd come out again, 9/11. And like, there's no way that she can win. And she won. Lois is her damn name. And Lois Griffin won whatever office she was running from by just circulating 9/11. That's kind of what I watched tonight. Literally. It's kind of what I watched tonight. That should be a meme for whoever does memes. They have Trump as Lois Griffin and Biden as the politician. I think it was like Adam West. I can't remember. But 9/11. Now, let me bring you up to speed because I'm not a Trump supporter. I have told you guys about this racist shit that this guy done since I was in high school. 1993. I put a video up about it. Something about the Central Park people, who also were black, that he said that they should all be hung and etc. etc. And then find out that they didn't do it. But he was not the first person online saying I should apologize to these 5 young men who I hoped was going to get hung or die or raped in prison for raping a girl, which they did not rape, which was proven by DNA, which took them forever to get the fuck out of jail. And I think one might still be in trying to get out. But most of them are out. And they're getting their settlement. Which doesn't change the fact that they went to jail and they were innocent. But no one's thinking it back before he was the president, when he was the biggest racist on the fucking planet, talking about some, they don't look like Native Americans to me. Well, thank you, sir. Then there came Standing Rock. I don't have any ties with those places at Standing Rock. I'm not going to touch Standing Rock. What does Barack do? He puts an order of protection. Day one. What does Trump do? Rescinds the order of protection. We're going to go on with that pipeline. We're going to cut through Native American land. Fuck all those Native Americans. I'm going to do this. Not too long down the road, instead of messing with Sioux, now he's messing with Navajo. And he's calling Elizabeth Warren by the legendary Powhatan princess, Pocahontas. Now, we come up to the current day in this corona crap. So there's a Chinese reporter. He goes, why don't you ask China? And every time he mentions something about corona, he does a Chinese or a Asian derivative like Kung Flu or the China virus. But none of you people who support him seem to think that that's racist. Well, let me give you a little story before I get off of here. I'm part Native American, I'm part black, and I'm part white. And I've told you this story time and time again, so what's one more time? Because maybe this time you might actually hear me. So I worked at this place called Keckler's. I was 16 years old, and there was this white dude who was going through some shit. I won't call him a racist, because he was going through some shit. But, hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, I can find it. It's my last name. Not my first name, which is what he knew. Is that gonna stick? Nope, it's not gonna stick. That's just Williams. 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 So, if this is on my chest, and I'm working at Keckler's, and this white fella, every day, for 3 years, no matter how many times I ask him to call me by my name, he continues to call me Chief. Now, you just heard me say, I don't want to call him a racist because he was going through some shit. But, if I did that to you, and I wasn't going through some shit, or if it was done to me and he wasn't going through some shit, and I asked him every day for 3 years to please call me by my name, but he insists on calling me Chief, should I continue to believe that he's not a racist? Or should I just let him be going through some shit and getting away with calling me out of my name? If I was a girl and you chose to call me bitch, whore, slut, day after day after day, but you know my name was Angela, would I consider you a sexist and a male pig? Or am I supposed to be called bitch, whore, slut? The C word. C-U-N-T. Am I supposed to just take that line down? Because I'm a woman? Because you decided as a man that you have every right to call me a bitch, a whore, a slut, a cunt? Kick me in the pussy? Am I supposed to just take that shit? So, I took Chief for 3 years. 3 years. 16, 17, 18. Time I turned 19, I was done being called chief, so I stopped working there. Ventured out, got worse jobs, but there was no problem because no one was calling me chief. They would give me those odd, "what are you mixed with" looks, but they didn't call me chief. So, was I supposed to continue to let this person call me chief and not acknowledge that that shit was kind of a racist? Or, no, say something. Because I said something. I asked him every day he saw me with a "what's up, chief?" And sometimes he would do that like shit you see on TV with Native Americans. "What's up, chief?" "How? What's up, chief?" But I guess you guys are going to say that I'm digging too deep and maybe I feel some kind of way and maybe he might not have been a racist. Which is what I said. He might not have been a racist. But he sure as hell wouldn't stop calling me chief. I have a name tag on it with my name on it as big as day. I suppose you guys wouldn't see that as him being racist. I didn't see it as him being racist because I needed a fucking job. I had a car to pay for. 16, 17, 18. I'm in high school. I'm doing what most kids can't do because they're just as poor as me, but they don't want to get up their ass and go get a job. Now that was a bad statement. Maybe they can't get a job. Maybe their teenage years in juvenile hall prevented them from getting a job. See, I didn't take that into consideration. Or maybe I'm completely wrong and they come from money. Even though they're black like me. They may come from money. So ask yourself, am I wrong because I won't support a racist? Or are you wrong because you will? This is Comfort Habit number 2. I'm not here to lose followers. I'm not here to judge people. But if I've lost you because of this video, then I'm sorry. I will not under any circumstances report or follow or do anything that has something to do with a racist. I refuse to support a racist. I'm sorry. I've been the victim of racism all my life, so I can pick out racist people. And maybe you're not racist. Maybe you just make racist statements and think that that shit's funny or cute. So if I walked around all day and started calling Asian people slant eyes, yeah, that would be kind of fucking offensive. Hell, if I didn't know Kung Fu, they might kick my ass. If I walked around all day and called white people paleface, oh my God, I think that's kind of racist. Paleface ain't as bad as the H word that George Jefferson uses. If I was white and I walked around and called black people nigger all day, don't you think that that would be kind of racist? Fuck yeah. And if I didn't know Kung Fu, those black people would probably kick my ass. You see how that dynamic just changed. See, white people don't get offended to the point where they're just going to jump up and beat your ass. We're people of color. You call us nigger long enough, or you call us chief, or you call us any other Asian derivative that I don't want to use today, but let's just go ahead. So Asians, I'm sorry. I don't think you want to be walking around having people calling you gook or slant-eyed or wetback. But if they do you want to support someone who does that? Fuck no. I wouldn't. So if I lose a friend here or there, I'm good with it because I'm not going to support a racist. You guys can leave if you want, and I may have no followers after this video. But I refuse to support a racist. Not willingly. I won't willingly support a racist. Now, if I didn't know, that's different. Because I didn't know. But there's no way in hell you can't not know that this man is a racist. But if you support him, hey, knock yourself out. Your moral compass might be shifted a little bit, but knock yourself out. Now, the only racist statement I ever heard Joe Biden say on one of his campaign marches that if you don't vote for him, you ain't black. That was slightly racist. Which is also why I actually voted for Elizabeth Warren. But she didn't win the delegation, so I had to vote for Biden. I couldn't vote for Warren no more. So here I am. But Biden also kind of won me over. Because after that "you ain't black" thing, he recovered. And he said some shit that actually made sense. So, there. But tonight, he was the man. Thanks for watching. This is Comfort Habit number 2. If I have offended you with this video, I am sorry. And if you want to leave, I hold no ill will towards you. Thanks for watching.